resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek with David D. Squared and Brian Held. Heard live on News Talk 99.5 WRNO and the iHeartRadio app. Here are your hosts, Brian Held and D. Squared.
Greetings, people of Earth. This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Brian Held, save my ass.
So I'm guessing that you're all confused.
I am.
Because, and we'll go ahead and mention it. You started last Monday on our sister station, Sports 1280. You have your own show.
Yes, the D League with D Squared, talking sports and pop culture. And I even had local celebrity Brian Held on my show.
You did.
It's crazy. Wednesdays with Held.
Right. And so that's a Monday through Friday show, 2 to 4 p.m.
2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah.
You can listen to it live at sports1280.com or download that free iHeartRadio app.
Right.
All right,
so that's
Brian?
enough about
Yes.
you and your show.
And Skungy was on the show, too, 45 minutes. If you missed any E3 coverage, go to sports1280.com and you can hear all that stuff.
Absolutely. So first off, out of the gate, we want to have a big welcome to all our new Facebook fans. Over the past month, we got 500 new likes, or over 500 new likes. We blew straight past 4,000. Oh, it's crazy. And so, yeah, welcome to the show. Welcome to all the insanity that we do over here. And we have a phone number now, Dave.
Wait, what? Stop. Wait, what? Come again?
So, a lot of folks asking about calling into the show and stuff. We just don't have enough time to fit those calls in. So I went ahead and set up a voice line, a voicemail.
Get out.
And it's 504-323-5475.
Really? Say
Yes.
it again?
504-323-5475. So if you want to call that number and leave a message.
Like to make a call,
Right.
please hang up and try.
And, and say something silly or funny or
No.
whatever.
We'll do the silly voice guy game. What do you want Brian Held to read?
Right. Well,
He laid her gently by the fireplace and caressed her womanhood.
well, I
Is that
mean,
something you can do?
if it's silly enough, we'll play it on the air.
Or just tell us what you'd like to do with Brian Held's voice in graphic description.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let's lay out the show, Buckaroo.
One
What?
last thing.
Oh, Jesus.
2 weeks left on our shirt sale for the comic book shirts. So that ad has been running on our Facebook page past couple of weeks. Go ahead and get those orders in because once it's gone, it's gone. We won't have them back for a while.
And these are the comic book ones or the regular ones?
Both, actually.
Holy crap, really?
The comic book shirts are there for a limited time, and we have the straight logo shirts discounted.
And both in black?
They're all in black, yes.
Holy guacamole. So chubby people like us would prefer black.
There you go.
All right, so let's lay out the show now. Can we?
Yes.
All right, so Top Nerd News is bringing us off, and then our boy Skungy and his pick of the week. And then we have a guest, Miss Jazzy.
Jazzy Ellis, an actress and stunt performer, was in studio on Wednesday.
She's a badass.
She's awesome, man.
know, right?
And we had a fantastic interview with her, so that'll come out. And, of course, we'll close out the shows we always do with This Week in Geek History. You ready to get started?
Yep. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by the Viridian Tea Company. Find them on Etsy. And now, your top nerd news stories. All right, Brian, what's topping us off today?
Box office numbers, man. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Falling?
Fallen
It should
Kingdom.
be falling.
Yes. Yeah, but it's not. It's standing
Wow.
straight up with $150 million domestic, $561 million foreign for a total of
Sweet Jesus.
$711 million total opening weekend.
In world news, people are stupid and love dinosaurs. Dinosaurs will roam the earth with Jeff Goldblum shirtless tonight on The Week in Geek.
Well, what's crazy is that Deadpool 2 is in fifth place on the box office chart. Its total for 5 weeks in the theater is $707 million. Jurassic World made more money in one opening weekend than Deadpool 2 has over its entire run thus far.
Wowzers.
Yes.
Poor Deadpool, man.
I know.
It's been kind of quiet in the Deadpool camp. Normally he's like, tweeting out, below the waist pics.
Yeah, well.
But not now.
No. And Incredibles 2, 2 weeks out, $485 million total worldwide, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it
14 years in the making.
I know.
All right, what's next?
Let's see. Lucasfilm denies reports that Star Wars story films have been put on hold. So, of course, it was rumored that based on the performance of Solo that they were, kind of restructuring what was happening and things are being put on hold.
Which all made sense.
Yeah, and no.
Now they're not.
The ABC News is reporting that Lucasfilm is moving forward with additional projects separate from Rian Johnson's new trilogy. So... all
right, so when we got Rian Johnson's stuff, now granted they had the D.B. Weiss and Benioff stuff.
Right, the Game of Thrones producers.
Right, but that was... That's
moving forward. This is what it says right here.
All right, but I think what everybody was, in all of our minds, at least the fans' minds, were that they were not going to make the stupid ancillary flicks like the Boba Fett film, the Obi-Wan Kenobi film. Those really need to get put on the damn shelf and not ever brought down again.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to get some new stuff, some new storylines and new characters, maybe have a big, sprawling movie and then have, an Obi-Wan or a Boba Fett make an appearance. Keep the mystery alive or whatever. But nobody wants to see it.
No.
I mean, Lucas already gave us the goofy clone kids.
Right. No, they need to move forward. And maybe, Dave.
Maybe.
They can move forward with Kevin Smith.
What?
Yeah. Now, so Kevin Smith apparently is in talks with Disney to direct a new film, but nobody's sure whether it's going to be Marvel or Star Wars.
Wow.
Now, if I was a betting man, I'd say it'd be Marvel, right? Based on
I don't know, man. He's a DC guy. He look. You can be both. We're not trying to pigeonhole him, but he has made very clear, how much he loves the DC properties. They're both his children, but I shouldn't say what I'm thinking as a parent.
Right, but what I'm thinking is that because of his experience with directing The Flash over at the CW, right, that he would be more suited for the superhero genre than Lucasfilm would let him touch, the sacred cow of Star Wars.
Maybe they could do something like Death Sticks, the movie. I was Space Clerks.
Oh, man.
Look, here comes that stupid Gamorrean again. I don't know what he wants. He just grabs coffee and looks at the milk all day.
What, Jay and Silent Bob sitting outside the Quickie Mart on the Death Star? Or,
basically.
Hey, how about a movie about subcontractors putting the Death Star together? Huh? How about that?
No.
But, yeah, he brought it up on one of his, he's got Hollywood Babylon, spoilers, and the Fat Man on Batman. One of them he brought it up on. So
yeah,
it would be interesting.
At the Hall of Justice.
I'd love to see what he would do with it.
Yeah, I think I would rather see Marvel, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. He's got some really good, wins on the shelf, as it were. I mean, he's got skins on the wall.
Absolutely.
That would be the analogy I was looking for.
Well, speaking of Marvel, Dave, apparently Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to be good.
How do we know? We're going to trust some randos on the internet? Look how well that's done for us in the past.
Well, no, I mean,
we know each other. He's a friend from work.
Right. No, these are the official press screenings of Ant-Man and the Wasp, and the early reactions are really positive, man. There's a lot of people who are excited to see what's going to happen with it, or excited to see it and that it's doing well. July 6th is when that comes out. I'm excited, man.
I mean, I don't know about excited. I'm not excited. I'd be like, yay, okay, I'm happy to go see it. I'm not tripping over myself to go see it. I mean, honestly, they're saying that the whole thing is going to fill into the Avengers.
Right.
Jeff John? No, not Jeff John. Whatever the hell his name is with Marvel. Was basically saying
Kevin Feige?
Yes, thank you. That, this will be the first time that, now that we've got Wasp in character, in costume, it'll be the first time since the Marvel Cinematic Universe started that we have the entirety of the Avengers from the Avengers #1, the cover, on the big screen now.
Oh, yeah, that's
right.
So,
I mean, that's cool and all, but I mean, we still want to know what the hell's going on in the Marvel Universe. Side note, I forgot to put this in Top Nerd News. Poor Tom Holland, he can't stop spoiling stuff.
Oh,
he's like, all right, the new Spider-Man's out. It's Far From Home.
Right.
Because he's like, here's the new script. And everybody just screenshot, and then it's Far From Home. This poor kid.
But there's speculation that was staged, right? Because people know he's got loose lips. And,
right.
So, dude.
I don't know, man.
Dude, Marvel has super tight reins on him. I mean, there was an article out recently about the filming of Infinity War,
right,
that the directors got the whole crew into an air-conditioned van and, doled out the scripts and, nobody gets to keep that. You all have to hang on. You can read it here and nowhere else, right?
Okay, really?
Yeah. They are they understand. And even some, who was it? The actress who played Scarlet Witch was at
I can't remember her name.
Yeah, she was at a Comic-Con this past weekend, and she was saying that even under those criteria, that they were still giving them fake endings, and they weren't,
Oh, I'm sure that's possible. But, I mean, this poor kid, look, actually, Karen Lewis, she and I were going back and forth on either Twitter or Instagram. I can't remember which one. But in essence, it was I'm like, this poor kid can't catch a break. And Karen's like, well, I think he's smarter than he lets on. And I don't think it's a question of intelligence. I think, the kid is smart. There's no doubt. I think I'm more worried about the fact that he's so excited. He loves being Spider-Man so much, and he loves the fans as well, that I'm more worried that Marvel will be like, all right, dude, shut up. We're going to sue you for breach of contract. I'm just more worried that he's going to screw himself over.
Honestly, I think they're playing it.
You think?
I do.
I say we wager on this.
Okay.
If you lose, you shave your goatee.
I already did that for being on set tomorrow, and I can't talk about it. So,
You found me beautiful
yes.
one.
No, jeez.
Honey, you got real ugly.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Also on the Marvel front, just want to mention it. Luke Cage season 2 dropped on Friday.
Yes, I need to watch that.
Yeah, and so do I. I haven't watched a lick of it.
I binge watched The Hollow, that new cartoon on Netflix with my 5-year-old, and actually it was cool. The ending was a little meh, but it was a fun little cartoon ride. So are we going to Niagara Falls now, Brian? Can we?
Okay, so there was a report that came out that Niagara Falls has a real-life Mario Kart track that's opening next month.
Sevilla Mario!
And there's zero mention of Mario from the owners of this place. It's a really cool-looking go-kart track, and that's about it.
What? So they lied?
Well, I think the article was clickbait.
No. Why would they do that to us? They would never. That doesn't make any sense.
Because everything on the internet is true, Dave?
Yes, the internet wouldn't lie. It's a comfortable, fine friend who never lets me down.
I mean, look, it's a cool-looking track, but if you can't shoot turtle shells at each other while you're on it, then who cares?
We are in absolute agreement, sir. You know what? But the other thing we can agree on?
What's that?
We are going to go join Space Force.
Yes.
We are on. We're getting in there.
Is this the theme song?
It is the theme song for the new Space Force.
Space Force.
This is going to get stuck in our listeners' ears, and you're welcome.
Yes. The memes that have come out for this have been incredible, which we shared a bunch on our Facebook page.
This is the Gregory Brothers.
Yes.
Here he comes. Here he goes. Lay a beat down.
Space is a war-fighting domain, just like the land, the air, and sea. We have the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Space Force. My new national strategy could be Space
Brian?
Force, space,
Yeah.
space,
Take us to break.
All right, real quick, I want to mention Tenet Noctis, the production.
Let's mention that on the way back.
Gotcha, no problem. Guys, when we get back from these short commercial messages, we're going to have our boy Skungy and his Pick of the Week. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Maybe we need a new force. We'll call it the Space Force. And I was not really serious. And then I said, what a great idea. Tremendous. Tremendous. Space Force, space force. Space Force, space force. Space Force.
D4 Tabletop Gaming Cafe is open at 8228 Oak Street, just 2 blocks off of Carrollton. D4 Tabletop Gaming Cafe has your RPGs and TCGs and a wall full of board games to rent both in-store and to take home. It's not just a game shop. As the name D4 Tabletop Gaming Cafe says, it's also a cafe serving real food at great prices. Po' boys, salads, wraps, soups, pastries, and more. So head out to 8228 Oak Street and have some fun. And when it's all over, they'll clean up after you and all your nasty friends.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Do you have a message or logo that you need the world to see? Then rely on the folks at Gretna Signworks to use their expertise to deliver your design. With over 15 years in business, Gretna Signworks can do commercial and yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, magnetic signs, vehicle graphics and lettering, and so much more. Gretna Signworks also has an exceptional network of suppliers, so no job is out of scope. Find Gretna Signworks on Facebook or visit them at 2125 Bell Chase Highway today.
Mata Hari, Agent H21, is a spy fiction short story anthology about the famous dancer, seductress, and spy from World War I. Mata Hari, Agent H21, published by Pro Se Productions, has 7 rip-roaring adventure tales about the world-famous super spy that features her battling her enemies by using any weapons at her disposal. Mata Hari, Agent H21 is available for purchase in ebook and paperback formats on Amazon.com.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Follow them on Twitter at TWIG Radio. Do it now.
Thank you, voice guy. This is The Week in Geek. I am D Squared along with
Brian Held.
All right, Brian. Tenet Noctis, tell me about it.
So, of course, we had John Mangus on here before to talk about Tenet Noctis. That is the production that he penned the script for and acts in. I'm also in it. It was directed by Tim Russ.
Yeah.
John Armijo is in it. A lot of great folks. And one of the things is that they've been trying a number of different avenues to get it into a full production, either a movie or a series.
Okay.
And so they loaded it up on Amazon Studios. That's AmazonStudios.com. And it's currently in the movie submission section, but you can go and you can see the trailers. There's 2 trailers under the entry. And we're asking folks to go in and vote on it and rate it so that we can get this into a full production. It has been riding on first place for a while.
Wow,
and
cool.
It's slipped to 3, so we need to get it back to 1.
We can't have that happening.
No.
Here we come to save the day.
Because I desperately want to be a Templar in this movie. So
Brian's ego needs to be assuaged.
Oh,
and we love John Mangus more than Brian's ego.
Yeah.
Ah,
John's
all
the
right.
man.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
He might be an idiot savant.
Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
What's going on, gentlemen?
We're doing.
You're doing is Brian's ego like taking up the entire studio?
I don't know. I'm not in there with him. I'm in the control room.
I have my own studio that's
Oh my God.
bigger than his
God, I
board
hate you.
room. Yeah.
Jesus, I hate you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's what? Skungy, help me.
Okay, I will. We're going to talk about Space Hulk.
Space Hulk.
Edition.
Oh, wait, what edition?
Deathwing edition.
Oh.
Yes, the newest one that's on Steam.
I thought we were talking about, like, the Incredible Hulk, not...
No, Space Hulk.
This is when the Hulk joins Space Force.
Space Force?
Yes.
Well done, Skungy, bringing it back. That's how it's done.
Yes, no, of course, Space Hulk is from Games Workshop.
Oh, their tattoo.
Yeah, right, I am tattooed with an Imperial Eagle, but the thing is that it was a miniature game, miniature board game for years, and it's been several versions of a computer game.
Yeah, they had a turn-based one that I absolutely loved, man. It was like it was the board game that they turned into an actual PC game.
And it was hard as heck.
Yeah, because it was just like it had. I think the jam frequency was a hell of a lot higher in the video game than on the dice.
Absolutely. So, Skungy, what's this new Deathwing edition?
Well, the Deathwing edition, they call it Deathwing because technically this version of Space Hulk came out about a year ago on PC originally, and now it's been ported to PS4.
All right.
It is a first-person shooter, which. This isn't the first time they've made Space Hulk into a first-person shooter. Actually, EA, believe it or not, EA, years ago, like in '92, made a first-person shooter all the way back then for Space Hulk. It's a lot. It's not like your traditional run-and-gun first-person shooter. Since it is Space Hulk, there's a lot of tactics involved in this game.
Okay.
You're going to have you and a squad of Marines, Space Marines.
Right.
And you're going on different missions, going into these Space Hulks, which are big ships, and clearing out the Gene Stealers. But you're going to have your Marines. You're going to have to squad command. That's what the word I was looking for. I can't even talk today.
There you go.
And real quick, Skungy, let me just set the stage for folks. Space Hulk is a bunch of, like you said, Space Marines in huge armored suits.
Yes.
That are battling aliens called Gene Stealers. So imagine the movie Aliens, but all the Marines are in tons of armor.
Yeah, boatloads of armor, and their guns are even bigger.
Yes.
And that's one cool thing about this game is that the customization for your Terminator armor.
Oh, really?
You can customize. And you could do, the bolt guns, or you could do chain swords or vibroax. All these different weapons you can change. As you play the game, you unlock more and more weapons, and your team, you're going to give them certain weapons and certain abilities. Like one of them will be like a medic. One of them will be, you can give them commands of what they're going to do. Are they going to do Overwatch over here and make sure that none of the Gene Stealers are going to come out of this area while you're trying to search for something over here? It's very tactical combat and the huge customization.
So when you mentioned tactical combat, is there a turn-based element to this, or is it all real time?
No, it's all real time. It's all real time, and let me tell you, man, those Stealers are coming at you from every single angle.
Yeah.
Like if anybody's played the board game, you get really overwhelmed really quickly in that board game.
That's one of the things we never did with the board game is you're supposed to play with like an egg timer, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, your turns are supposed to be
cold-blooded.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be tense, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to move through this board and there's all these aliens coming after you and
Yeah, not cool.
Right. So now you get it with the game.
Yeah, so they're going to have different missions.
Oh, like Baldur's Gate kind of deal? Like you hit the space bar and kind of pause it?
No.
Oh, so you don't even get a pause?
You don't even get a pause.
No.
Real time.
Oh, screw that noise.
This one's getting it's tough. This game is not easy. I died multiple times in the first mission alone because I got just overwhelmed. Like I was sitting in one hallway and there were three entrances, like three hallways around me, and they're coming down every single hallway.
Nice.
Game over, man. Game over. Why did you put her in charge?
Exactly. I wanted to have like a sentry gun from Aliens in that hallway. No, not that lucky.
It's an Overwatch.
But it's good because of that. And that's what that game was supposed to be. Like Brian said, that tense kind of, you always you just make it by the skin of your teeth. And I think that feeling is really good in it. Now, From the PC version, they've updated it. It's got a lot of extra bells and whistles to it. They've refined it. They've cleaned it up a little bit. Got rid of some of the bugs that they had with the earlier PC version of it. So this is definitely the ultimate edition of this game. It's not for the faint of heart because, like I said, this game's probably not for everybody because it's not like a Call of Duty or a Battlefield where it's very run and gun. It's like I said, you have to really think out your missions.
Is it single player or there's a multiplayer element?
It is a single player.
I'm in. I'm back in.
Co-op, I think.
I'm back out.
What? No, you can have you and DJ could play it together.
Oh my God, I would murder my own son. There's no way. Patricide, fratricide, I don't know what sonicide is.
Yes.
One of the sides.
I'd murdercide him.
Murder.
We couldn't even play Lego together for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, okay, so what's the price and platforms?
The price is only $39.99. That's the cool thing about it.
Plus shipping and handling.
So it's not, you're getting a lot of value for that. And it's on PC. Like I said, it's been on PC for a year, but the Deathwing edition is now available on PC as well, and PlayStation 4. It was supposed to be on the Xbox One, but for some reason, it literally got canceled about a month before it released.
Sons of...
Really?
Yeah, about a month before it released. The SKU became delisted, and they never gave any reason of why it's not going to.
It was the
Xbox.
chaos.
It might come out later on.
Something came out from the warp.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, you know what? All right. Well, Skungy.
Hey,
we have a message from the warp, Brian.
Do we?
Yeah.
What?
You don't remember? We're bringing it back.
Oh, no, I don't remember. What is this?
Greetings, you insignificant mortal beings. My name is Shuffletitherax. I hail from the hell realm of the warp. I have ravaged your galaxy, eviscerating and mutilating my way across the entirety of your cosmos. But along the way, I lost sight of what was truly important. I am a role model to small little children. Small, moist, crunchy little children. I stand upon my hooves, claws, and pincers, which support the mountain of my putrescent, acid-weeping flesh. But wrapped around my spiked, chitinous shoulders is a fine mink stole.
What?
It's really quite nice. But it's unacceptable. I cannot apologize enough for the hurt I've caused. That's why the next time we ravage an entire world, we will donate half of that world's goods to PETA, and we will follow all our Instagram posts with hashtag Make Chaos Not Fur. This I vow. And once again, I really want to say sorry. I didn't mean to wear the fur, but it's really nice.
Where did that come from?
It came from the warp. What are you talking about?
Is Skungy still there?
Yeah, Skungy.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So, Skungy, Steam sale's on right now.
Oh, God. Beat your wallet. Your wallet beats you in this thing. Steam sale's probably...
Yeah, it runs through July 5th. All right, I guess we got to go to a break?
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, Skungy.
Steam sale for what?
There's
always a Steam sale.
Yeah, but this is the Steam summer sale.
This is the biggest one.
Oh, this is like when everything's a quarter?
Yes.
You can get some AAA titles for next to nothing.
You get the entire Valve library of games for $15, I think.
Wow, just like your mama. Oh, Skungy, guess what? You're fired.
Fantastic.
All right.
All right, guys. Stay tuned when we get back.
Make chaos not fur. Hashtag make chaos not fur.
Yes.
Remember when Warhammer was getting their ass handed to them by PETA?
Oh, that's right.
You use fur. You sons of...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bringing it all back old school, Brian.
Yes. All right, when we get back, our interview with Miss Jazzy Ellis. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
D4 Tabletop Gaming Cafe is open at 8228 Oak Street, just 2 blocks off of Carrollton. D4 Tabletop Gaming Cafe has your RPGs and TCGs and a wall full of board games to rent both in-store and to take home. It's not just a game shop. As the name D4 Tabletop Gaming Cafe says, it's also a cafe serving real food at great prices. Po' boys, salads, wraps, soups, pastries, and more. So head out to 8228 Oak Street and have some fun. And when it's all over, they'll clean up after you and all your nasty friends.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
Do you have a message or logo that you need the world to see? Then rely on the folks at Gretna Signworks to use their expertise to deliver your design. With over 15 years in business, Gretna Signworks can do commercial and yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, magnetic signs, vehicle graphics and lettering, and so much more. Gretna Signworks also has an exceptional network of suppliers, so no job is out of scope. Find Gretna Signworks on Facebook or visit them at 2125 Bell Chase Highway today.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
You're listening to the Week in Geek.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's told.
Make it a habit, will ya?
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so...
Here's David and Brian.
My name is Optimus Prime, and you are listening to the Week in Geek. Autobots, transform and roll out.
Welcome back. This is the Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. I'm D Squared along with
Brian Held.
Brian, we have someone very special in the studio.
Absolutely. We have actress and stunt performer Miss Jazzy Ellis. How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, no, we were so excited that you actually made it in town to be in studio to hang out with us.
Yeah, I wanted to see you guys again.
Yeah, most people don't want to actually see us. They're like, yeah, no, I'll call you.
Right.
And then they never call either. I'm beginning to think it's us.
But yeah, we met you at MobyCon, Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
And had such a great time out there. So what's interesting, we talked there and started setting this interview up. You lived here in New Orleans for a while. You were a teacher.
Yes.
And now you're a stunt performer. Like, how does that transition happen?
Well, I had a strong basis in adventure before I became a teacher, but teaching is an adventure in itself.
Right.
But yeah, I spent a good 3 years teaching, and then I had to follow my own dreams.
No, that's cool. So that took you to Atlanta, right?
Yes.
Right. And, of course, Atlanta's snapping up all of our Hollywood Sound talent down here.
I know. We can go burn down Atlanta. I'm down with that.
No, I like it there.
But the Falcons play there.
Okay.
Okay, see, all right. Me and Jazzy are besties now.
Who dat?
Yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to talk about, because you've got an impressive credentials on IMDb, you've got a lot of great performances under your belt. One of the biggest things was you were on Avengers Infinity War. Like, how cool is that?
It was super cool. I was really surprised when I got the call. I got the call and they were just like, "Hey, Jazz, can you be a warrior for us?" Yes.
There's the only one answer to that question, right?
But yeah, it was a good time.
Cool. Well, I mean, tell me about being on set with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, like, how is it working with those guys?
It's super fun and super intimidating. Like, you look to the left and right and you see all your favorite superheroes that are usually across the screen and they're right beside me. But what's also cool was like the use of CGI, because there was a lot of pretending done. Like, we weren't in Wakanda, but they made it look like we were because of all the blue screens.
Right, right. No, that's cool. So did you get to hang out with Chadwick Boseman?
I didn't, but that would have been cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, was he on set at the same time as you? Or?
He was for some scenes, yes.
Okay, that's cool. So, I mean, is there a particular training regimen that you had to go through to I mean, is Marvel directing that aspect as well, or?
So all the stunt performers come from different backgrounds. Mine was movement, so they just taught me a few of the basic Jabari moves, and I just played it by ear from there. But yeah, that there was a little bit of training, slightly.
Okay, no, that's fair. Now, you're no stranger to superhero roles. You've also been on Black Lightning, Gotham, right? The Walking Dead, right? I mean, so I guess being in Atlanta is giving you opportunity to get in these sets, right? That's all that stuff's happening in Atlanta?
Definitely. Atlanta is really blowing up for all the superhero shows and films. And yeah, I guess I was just at the right place in the right time.
Yeah, no.
Well, now, how did you just get into stunt work? I mean, did you like fall down some stairs and be like, "Damn, I'm good at this"?
I met a stunt performer and I was just like, "I want to be like you."
Okay.
And he was just like, "Okay, come to train with us." And 3 months of training and I was a full-time stunt woman.
Where do stunt people train, though?
Different gyms. There's stunt gyms. There's martial arts dojos, gymnastics gyms.
So is there like a different style for each? I mean, like as a stunt performer, I mean, are there certain things that you are better at, or like people call you for that?
Yes, everyone has a specialty. So mine was movement because my background is ballet.
Okay.
But there's people whose backgrounds is gymnastics or martial arts. And I mean, as you go along in your career, you learn all of these things. But to get in, you just have to really be good at one thing.
All right, drunk walking. I'm in.
That's actually a skill. I mean,
yes, I knew it.
Imagine how zombies walk on The Walking Dead. It looks like they're drunk. Like, imagine them sober and alive. They could be drunk.
Well,
I found my other calling.
Bye,
radio.
Right.
I'm done.
We had Michael Koski as a guest on before, and he was a walker in the first 5 seasons of The Walking Dead. And there's a whole class that you have to go through to be a zombie.
Yes, I actually had one of those classes. I didn't end up being a zombie in the end. I was one of the stunt doubles for one of the saviors, but I tried to be a zombie at first, and I went to one of those classes. It was like an hour of walking like a zombie. It was really fun.
That's cool. That's cool. So, I mean, you've got to shamble in a certain way, I guess?
Yeah, like everyone has to pick their own unique way of zombie walking.
Okay.
This is how I'm walking.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, tell me, you mentioned, you trained at a gym. We think about a gym and there's like weight sets and aerobic stuff and a track and like, what is there? Is there like a simulated cliff and like all kind of crazy stuff going on?
So with stunts, we learn how to work with what we have. So the gym I trained at was a gymnastics gym in town. It's actually on the West Bank called All-Star Gymnastics, I believe. And the very first training session I had was 2 hours straight of falling. And so we were on the gymnastics floor. I was standing up. I had to get a little bit of air, maybe 3 feet of air, and then just fall flat on my back. And that's called a flat back. And then I had to do the same thing for another hour and fold my legs over my head, and that's called a taco. So 2 hours straight of flatbacks and tacos in a gymnastics gym.
Wow, that's crazy.
And imagine a fight scene where someone falls on the floor.
Yeah.
It's those basic 2 falls that they're trying to do.
So how do you fall like that and not just absolutely injure yourself?
Well, it's like Taekwondo. I mean,
training. Lots of training.
Like you learn how to fall. You learn when you get thrown, you learn how to land and not break anything.
Exactly.
Right?
All right.
Yeah, I knew something. Yay, me.
So what?
You know a lot, by the way.
You'd be surprised at how little he actually knows. But so out of all of the stuff that you've done, what's your most memorable on-set experience?
I loved my time on Godzilla, which was last summer. It's the Godzilla King of the Monsters, which comes out next year.
All right.
Oh, that's the one with all of them?
Yeah, there's going to be Mothra. Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be awesome. Okay.
But there was just a whole bunch of wire work, and that's my favorite. So if you know of explosion scenes where people go flying and they're on wires, and wire work is my absolute favorite, and I did so much of that. And I also got to play military, so I was working with a whole bunch of military guns, and that was a good time.
That's cool. So I'm guessing with wire work, your ballet really blends into it,
yes,
right?
And that's why I'm called a lot for wire work, because of my ability to have aerial awareness and to just be able to mimic whatever movement they need.
All right. No, that's cool. Now, one of the biggest things that you've got going on is you're in Luke Cage season 2. Tell me about that.
And that was crazy because that shoots in New York and I'm based in Atlanta. So when I got the call for that show without even applying for it, I was just like, okay, yes, I'll do it. Yes. Like, what do you say to that too?
Right.
But it was, I can't talk about the episode because it comes out this week, but
June 22nd.
It was a big, the episode that I worked, it was a big, about 30-person stunt scene.
Wow.
It was good times. Very good times.
Is it hard to coordinate that many people for these scenes?
If I were to do it, yes, it would be hard. But these are really talented stunt coordinators who know exactly what they want and how to make it happen.
All right. No, that's cool. So, I mean, I guess they're engaging you as a group, but also as individuals so that nobody crashes into one another, I guess.
Right. And it's shot in different pieces. It's not, a one-shot scene. Everything is broken down, and there's little insert shots to make sure you get the action for the sequence.
All right, that's cool. So, any other productions you can talk about that are coming up?
In September, A House with a Clock in the Walls is coming out. That's a Jack Black film based on the children's book.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for it. It looked really good.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I was one of the lead stunt doubles, and it was just a good time. Everyone on that cast and crew was absolutely amazing, and I was really sad when we wrapped because I wanted more time on that set.
Yeah.
So it was so fun.
Well, the trailer looked amazing. I mean, like a lot of cool effects that they're doing, and it just, I don't know, it seems like a Terry Pratchett novel almost, just kind of very non sequitur, out of the box, kind of.
Very out of the box, like things that you never would have imagined that you'd see.
Yeah. No, that's cool. All right. Well, how can folks follow you out on the net, on social media, and keep up with all this great stuff that you're doing? So
everyone can follow me on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I am at Jazzy Ellis. It's at JAZZYELLIS.
All right. And any events you're going to be at anytime soon? Any conventions?
I think I'm done for this year. I'm focused on training and getting more stunt work right now.
All right.
Do you do a lot of the conventions? I mean, do you do a lot of them?
I haven't. This year I did 2. Last year I did 2. Seems like every year the number's 2, but
right.
Next year it'll probably be more since I'll have more things to show for my work.
We know some people.
We do.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Jazzy Ellis, thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for letting me talk with you guys.
Absolutely. All right, guys.
We're going to do the Walker dance at the break.
Sure enough. And guys, stay tuned when we get back from these short commercial messages. We'll close out the show as we always do with This Week in Geek History. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
You start to freeze, and so it looks you right between the eyes.
It's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
D4 Tabletop Gaming Cafe is open at 8228 Oak Street, just 2 blocks off of Carrollton. D4 Tabletop Gaming Cafe has your RPGs and TCGs and a wall full of board games to rent both in-store and to take home. It's not just a game shop. As the name D4 Tabletop Gaming Cafe says, it's also a cafe serving real food at great prices. Po' boys, salads, wraps, soups, pastries, and more. So head out to 8228 Oak Street and have some fun. And when it's all over, they'll clean up after you and all your nasty friends.
Do you have a message or logo that you need the world to see? Then rely on the folks at Gretna Signworks to use their expertise to deliver your design. With over 15 years in business, Gretna Signworks can do commercial and yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, magnetic signs, vehicle graphics and lettering, and so much more. Gretna Signworks also has an exceptional network of suppliers, so no job is out of scope. Find Gretna Signworks on Facebook or visit them at 2125 Bell Chase Highway today.
Mata Hari, Agent H21, is a spy fiction short story anthology about the famous dancer, seductress, and spy from World War I. Mata Hari, Agent H21, published by Pro Se Productions, has 7 rip-roaring adventure tales about the world-famous super spy that features her battling her enemies by using any weapons at her disposal. Mata Hari, Agent H21 is available for purchase in ebook and paperback formats on Amazon.com.
This is Captain Rex, troopers, and you're listening to The Week in Geek. Now move out!
Welcome back into The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. This is D Squared with
Brian Held.
Now, as always, we want to strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek, 4,000 likes. And on Twitter at TWIG Radio, the Instagram's The Week in Geek, and at the Instagram's The Week in Geek.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Twitter, Instagram, twigradio.com.
Thank you. Wow. Mm-hmm. See what happens? See what happens?
Yes. And if you missed any part of tonight's show or you want to hear David mess up again, you can always check out Spreaker.com or download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. We're also on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio app, WRNO.com, all those good places.
Absolutely. And if you want to call and leave us sexy voice messages, 504-323-5475. You could be featured on the Week in Geek Radio Show. All right, let's do it to it.
This Week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future!
Yes! Oh my God!
This Week in Geek History is brought to you by Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, read by Brian Held. Available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. This Week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
All right, I got some really old ones.
Really?
Oh, yes. And my first one out of the gate.
Taking it back to the old school, because I'm an old fool. Who's so cool?
All right.
Well, there it is.
June 18th, 1178.
You ain't lying.
5 Canterbury monks see what is possibly the Giordano Bruno crater being formed, which is it's a 14-mile lunar crater on the moon.
And it exploded.
Well, it kind of did.
Did it really?
The meteorite or whatever hit the moon. It kind of,
It was a transformer.
It
was. It was a transformer. It was on the dark side of the moon. They made a whole movie about it, a documentary.
Or was it Nazis performing, experiments?
It was
time travel.
No. You know what it really was? Space Force.
All right, we can't derail too much. All right, June 19th, 2001. Neil Gaiman publishes his novel American Gods, about gods and mythological beings, which...
How is the TV show going?
They're still in production on season 2, as I understand it. So
wow, that sucks.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a shakeup. I love the series; it's great, and I haven't read the book yet, but my wife absolutely loves it. So, oh jeez, this is going to be the whole rest of the show.
It is. It's good. They got to bring it back all the way around.
Yes,
What's next?
June 21st, 1969. The final episode of the Doctor Who serial, The War Games, airs in England. It's serial 50, episode 10. It's both the final episode to be broadcast in black and white, and it's the last to feature Patrick Troughton in the role of the Doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, kind of cool. All right, this one's kind of tough, man.
Now in Technicolor.
Right. This one's tough, man. June 22nd, 1633.
What, you're saying I got to guess a movie from the 1600s?
No.
I can't do that.
No, the next one you're going to have to guess, but this one is Italian astronomer Galileo, at the age of 70, is forced by the Inquisition to abjure, curse, and detest his heliocentric theories that the sun, rather than the earth, is the center of the universe.
No.
Yes.
Man, actually, you know what I found out is that the Vatican only denied that was the truth in 1992.
Yes. Pope John Paul II admits regret over how it was handled, and he issued a declaration acknowledging errors committed by the tribunal that judged Galileo.
Look at that, Brian. I know stuff. I also talked about it on the D League with D Squared.
Nice. Fair enough. That's cool.
So I gotta guess something.
Are you poaching our history?
What? It was my idea.
I know.
We're doing this day in not necessarily sports history.
Yeah. All right. Next item that you have to guess, but I'm not going to take away points if you don't get it.
Okay. Good.
All right. June 23rd, 1976. This movie is directed by Michael Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
It stars Michael York, Richard Jordan, Jenny Agutter, and Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett?
Yes, it's a sci-fi kind of flick.
Michael York?
Yes.
I have no clue.
Logan's Run.
Ah, damn it! I just watched that like 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, I figure Farrah Fawcett would give it away.
It had boobs in it too.
Oh, geez.
It did.
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah. But they were wearing all like their future clothes, which is like everyone wears mini skirts and tunics.
Right.
It's not a dress, it's a tunic.
Yes.
A tunic, Brian.
All right. The last item on my list is June 24th. June 24th, 1987. Mel Brooks' Spaceballs is released.
Spaceballs!
Spoofing, of course.
I'm surrounded by bleeballs.
Yes.
What's your name, sir? Bob Bleeple.
Yes. Oh, man. Would you like coffee, sir? Of course. Everyone knows I drink coffee while watching Radar.
I didn't see you playing with your doll, sir.
Which, we mentioned Tim Russ earlier. He's in that movie. He's the one. We
found Bleep. Yes. That's awesome.
All right. Birthdays on the 18th. Richard Madden. He is the Scottish actor who played Robb Stark in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. He got done dead.
Yes. On the 19th, Aidan Turner. He's in Being Human. He's also Keeley in the Hobbit movies.
No clue.
Yes. Did you watch the Hobbit movies?
I did watch the Hobbit movies.
Okay. 21st, Chris Pratt. You know who
Pratt,
he is.
Pratt.
Mm-hmm.
He gave his 9 keys to like success, and one of them was about pooping at parties. Make sure you get all the pee out, and then you poop at a party. That was what he said on MTV. Not lying.
Ridiculous. On the 22nd, Tim Russ. Happy birthday.
Hey, all right.
Yes. On the 23rd, Josh Whedon. And on the 24th, Peter Weller, who played RoboCop.
Yes.
And Buckaroo Banzai.
He did.
Yes.
He did. I had the RoboCop song, but I can't play because there's so many bleep words in it.
Yeah, well.
All right, Brian. So what do we have going on next week? Anything really cool in the books?
I'm still lining up our guests for next week, but I do have a pre-record this week with Naomi Novik, and we'll feature her the week after. Her new book, Spinning Silver, is going to be on newsstands soon, and it's great so far. I'm like 40 pages in, and I'm loving it.
Wow.
So,
and July 11th, Overwatch finals kick off, so we still got a little time before that's going on.
Right.
League of Legends is started back up, though, too.
Oh, there's a league? Or
Yep.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yep. I'm trying to reach out to them because, the D-League, we talk esports over there.
Yeah, I know we do.
We got all this time now. We're spreading out like a tumor.
Yep. Oh, on the 29th, that's this Friday coming up, is Star Wars Night at the Baby Cakes.
Good call. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Well done. Tomorrow is our Hero Monday. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
Your new home for Walton and Johnson. News Talk 99.5 WRNO FM, New Orleans, an iHeart radio station.